it with Narsimha before we start the session?
Yeah. Sir, hello.
Hi Malish, I have a doubt. Can I clarify that before we start the session with Narsimha?
Yeah, sure. Can go.
Yeah, hi Narsimha, Prasad here. Narsimha, can you hear me?
Hello, Narsim sir. Narsim sir, stuck with network. I'll check Prasad and update you.
Okay, sure.
Second. Yeah.
Yeah, I think someone is asking question. Please go ahead, please. Prasad,
Yeah, Narsimha.
you can
Like
hear me,
I
right?
need, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, in Informatica Power Center, we use indirect file access method to read the same multiple files with the same structure, right? Instead of going
Right.
with the union, can we do that here? Is it possible in
Yes.
ILCS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if we select source, right?
Yeah.
So in that, if you select source type, now there are four options. One, single object. Second, file list. Third, command. Four, parameterized. So
Okay. So
second
in the
one you can use it.
file list, so you click. We should
Yes.
select the file list and provide the file path, right?
List file name. No.
Okay. A list file
Actually,
names.
indirect means you'll have top level file. Within that, you'll have data files.
Yes.
So yes, probably I'll try to show an example on that. Prasad.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, this is exactly similar to Power Center only. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Here we use file list. There we use indirect option in session level.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, so good afternoon to everyone, guys. I think let's get started so others will join. Yeah. So just to recap, right? So we talked about a couple of transformations in the last session. Like we started with understanding the
Hi,
router
Natsima.
transformation. Yes, please.
Before joining, I have one question.
Yes, Prashant.
Yeah. How to restart the secure agent because it seems my secure agent got stopped.
Yeah, what you need to is go to services list. There'll be Informatica Cloud Secure Agent service name. Start
Okay.
it. Yeah, fine.
Okay. Thanks.
Stop and start. Prashant.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. It will take some time. Five minutes like that. Yeah. Okay. So so we started with understanding the router transformation where we could overcome the limitations of what we have by using what filter transformation, because filter has got two limitations, right? One, data what is the span overhead, which is thread span overhead, and second, data transfer overhead, right? So these two things can be overcome or overwhelmed by using what router transformation. So within a single router, there is a provision to add n number of filter conditions. With that, span overhead is gone, and data transfer also, once only we transfer from source to router, we don't need to transfer source to multiple filters. So that also will be gone. That's it. Yeah. So that part we know. I think someone is asking question, right? If you have one filter, right? In that case, filter will be much faster than router transformation. I think that also we discussed. And once you understand that, the next step is what? Or we started with understanding other transformations like we have combinable or aggregated transformation, you can say. So aggregated transformation is one of the combinable transformation, guys. I repeat, aggregated transformation is going to be one of the combinable transformation, you know, which is vertical combination, you know. So which means if we have n number of rows, right, we can convert n number of rows to m number of rows. For example, if you perform sum, right, sum, let us say 10 rows and 5 duplicate rows. So 5 duplicate rows will be converted to 1. Yes or no? That's where active transformation comes in. Active means where there is a change with respect to number of rows that would take place. So that is what we call active transformation. Example of active transformation is what? Aggregator. Yeah. So we
Narasimha,
can
sorry
say
to interrupt. Are you sharing your screen?
no, not yet. Let me
Okay.
share it. Yeah. I'm just trying to summarize of what we discussed. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'll share. Yeah. So you can see my desktop, right? All of you.
It is loading for us.
Okay. So with that we know like how to perform vertical combination. Yeah. So
Now we
which
can see.
is aggregator. Next, and another transformation which we discussed for performing combination is what? Which is horizontal combination. How do you achieve it? By using the union transformation. Yeah. So using union transformation, we can combine the data where the structure is same. Remember, I think we have seen by taking the data from two sources and also three sources with union, we could able to combine, and the result of that can be seen in the target. And remember, as we all know that union transformation is equal to union all, which means as part of combination, it is going to combine, which is inclusive of duplicate records. Remember that, yeah. I think someone asked question. So can we avoid these duplicates in union? Answer is no, but we can avoid it by using what? Another transformation, the sorter with a unique option, right? And then that is unconditional data combination. Now the question, do we have any way to perform conditional combination? Answer is yes. If yes, how do you do it? By using the joiner transformation and lookup transformation, we can perform conditional combination. So in joiner, I think we talked about all types of joins supported by Informatica Cloud. Yes or no? In like normal join, master outer, detail outer, and full outer. I think we talked about all the examples, right? Yeah, simple matching, left match, right match, and then full outer is equal to what? Normal join plus left outer plus right outer. That's it. And after that, we started up getting into lookup transformation, where lookup transformation will be used in order to what to get a value corresponds to a given code, like country code, country name, state code, state name, city code, city name, and so on. So, or we can say address ID, address name, whatever, right? So we can think of many examples where there is a need to think of using lookup. But use lookup if you are dealing with what? Low volume of data. But if you are dealing with what? Let's say large volume of data, it is not advisable to use lookup, because if you try to use it, then there is a chance to get into what? Thrashing. So with that, it is very difficult to identify the causes of failures. That is why use lookup if you deal with what? Low volume of data. But if you have large volume of data, right, then we should always think of using what? Joiner transformation. Clear, guys? That's it. With that, we know when to choose what. Lookup, there's a lot of depth. I'm not getting into it. I just talked about static, dynamic, persistent, shared cache. There are different types of caches. Yeah? Static is a default where the cache would get generated every time. Yeah, but this is a very good type of caching when if there is a if there are many changes with respect to lookup would take place, or else if there are minimal changes like after 100 2 3 rows are getting changed, in that case dynamic is the best option, because wherever there is a change, recreation of cache would take place only for those records which got modified. Rest of them we don't touch. That is why use dynamic cache if there are minimal changes in the lookup table. That's it. Persistent cache. Let us say we have a task flow where we have got multiple tasks, and there's a two tasks. Two tasks require lookup. In that case, can we use static dynamic? No. We need to think of using what? Another type of caching which we call persistent cache. So persistent cache means what? We create once and use it in any number of tasks within the same task flow. So that's where persistent cache will be used. Now the question, let us say there could be some scenarios where lookup usage could take place within a mapping also, more than once. In such cases, we can create a lookup cache once, which we call shared cache, and that particular cache will be used across n number of lookups within the same mapping. So that's it, guys, like how this particular lookup usage would take place. Clear, right? So that's it. Now let us start. Within lookup we got connected, unconnected. I think we talked about that. Connected pipelining, unconnected no pipelining. So we have seen that with practical examples. Now let us start
Narasimha,
understanding what I call
I have one question.
yes please.
Yeah, so you explained about connected and this lookup, two type of lookup, right? So, what is the major difference and when we will use connected and unconnected?
That's a good question. Remember guys, use connected lookup in case if you have less volume of data. Yeah? So because data transfer is required, right? If you have less number of rows, data transfer is okay, right? Now if you have more or large data, right, then use unconnected, because what happens, we'll just make a call from expression transformation to the reusable block, where the complete block will be sent, execution would take place, then control comes back to the caller. As a result, this data transfer or data processing happens faster. Clear, right? That's where the unconnected lookup will be used for. Clear, right?
Narasimha,
So
yeah, just one clarification here. I need
yeah,
this huge volume or low volume, right? So, is there any specific like some GB, KB? Is there anything like how we will
that is
identify?
that it depends on the kind of high-end system that we use. Let's say if you
Mm-hmm,
use example 32 CPU box with 1 TB RAM or memory.
mm-hmm,
In that case, let's say if we have more than, let's say example, let's say more than 10,000 rows, right? So which can fit in what? Which can't fit in memory. Memory means we define a buffer size, right? Yes or no? DTM buffer size. Yes or no, guys? So I think it is DTM buffer size, right? Which means if you go if you could able to fit all the rows in DTM buffer size, till that we can use what? Connected. If not, if not, it means if you are unable to fit all the rows that we have in lookup in a memory, then it is better to go with what? Unconnected. So that's a simple way to understand. Clear, right? Yes or no?
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Now can you see here how it works? In one function, we make a call to other function, which means in expression transformation, we made a call to what? Lookup. What happened? Stuck. Okay. Let me refresh. So you got right. So just like a what in, let's say expression, we made a call. It's just like between the caller and calling. That's what would happen in this particular unconnected. Like we have F, F1. Within F, we can make a call to F1 by passing what? Lookup input. That's it. That's what we did, right? Once you supply, the control comes over to F1 where it is going to return the port. Let's say C2 we talked about, right? So once it returned, right? So let's say this is going to be a string. Then here we store string, which is the return value. So this is how what we call actual logic would take place within the code. Yeah, we have seen it a drag drop, but in reality, this is what happens. Clear, right? Yes. So now let us talk about what we call other transformations. Today, let us start with what normalizer transformation. Yeah? So normalizer transformation will be used in order to convert columns to rows. I repeat, normalizer transformation will be used in order to convert columns to rows. We can also call it as pivoting or rotation. Remember, yeah. For example, let's say we have a C1, C2, C3, 1, comma 2, comma 3, 4, comma 5, comma 6. Now let us say, can we perform aggregation if we have this data in this way? Answer is no. Then how do you do it? We need to convert columns to what we call rows, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So converted 3 columns to single. Then apply any kind of aggregation like a sum, average, whatever. In this case, we can think of using what? Normalizer transformation. Fine, guys. Now the next question, can we apply this particular normalizer for both linear data and also hierarchical data? Answer is what? Yes. I repeat, can we apply this particular what you call normalizer for both linear, which means what? Relational data, and hierarchical like XML, whatever, right? Answer is yes. For example, let's take an organization where you will have what? Team member, then team lead, then manager, then senior manager, then let's say associate vice president, then vice president, then director, then let's say CEO, whatever. There are multiple levels in organization, right? Now one reports to another because there will be a number of employees and one reports to another. Assuming that there are n number of reportees to vice president. Yeah? Now we need to start calculating the count of reportees for vice president. In that case, at this VP level, which is vice president level, we need to get in there in a hierarchy and start applying what we call count. So likewise, we can think of any hierarchical example where a normalizer can be used. For example, let's say we have got mainframe data, right? So mainframe data can be expressed in a hierarchical form. In that case, we can use it. Fine. Anyway, there's a lot of depth in it. That much is enough for now. So now let us try to build what we call a mapping, guys. Let us finish it, yeah, because there are many things to cover. Let us quickly get into the practical examples, guys. Yeah, let us build a new mapping, all guys. So whatever theory we discussed, right, same thing, we will try to do it practically. Yes. So now let us take source, maximize. Let us configure connections, right? Let's say source file connection, and we can select an object which is SEQ1. So We just have to convert columns to rows. To do that, occurs. There is a field called occurs where we can specify occurs. Occurs means if it's a two columns will be pivoted. If you specify three columns will be pivoted. So depending upon the occurs value, we can convert that many number of columns to rows. Remember guys, so that's it. So now let us start understanding normalizer. Fine. So please get into normalizer guys, all. Yeah. So incoming fields, there are three incoming fields. Yeah. And normalizer fields. Can you see the generate key? So once you pivot, right, every row need to be identified in a unique way. To do that, it generates a separate output port which we call generate key. Yeah. There's a one more for occurs which is what we call GCID, generate column identified, which will be used to identify occurs for each record. Let us see how it works. So can you see guys on the right side create field. So we can create a new field or we can also create from existing. Let us create a new field. Yeah. So which is let's say pivot. Fine. Pivot field. Type let us a string because input is also a string, right? That is fine. Yeah. Please create a new field guys. Then we'll get into the next step. Yeah. Yeah. So now that we have created pivot column, now if you don't specify occurs more than one, right? Only one column data can be mapped. For example, go to field mapping. See here, only one column data can be mapped, which is as good as linear. We are not performing any normalization. This is converting columns to rows. We'll see this, then we'll change it to some other occurs value. Yeah. So please map guys, we want to pivot. Yeah. Done guys all? I think we're all on the same page, right? Yes or no?
So in the normalizer, in the incoming field, did we add anything?
My voice is lower. Can you please bit louder?
Hello.
Yeah, you need to speak a bit louder voice.
Uh, yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, very good now. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So did we add any incoming field parameters or something like that in the
No,
incoming
we have
field?
not added it. What we did was in
Mhm.
normalizer fields. So there is a create field. Can you see here on the right side where I
Yeah.
place the mouse pointer?
Right.
Click on that drop down and
Hmm.
click on new field.
Okay. Till there,
Got
I
right?
did in that pivot. We created a pivot incoming
Again,
field,
your
right?
voice is low.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is it audible now?
now it is good.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that, what did we pass any type or something like?
Yeah, we just clicked on this new field and
Mm-hmm.
specified field name as pivot. That's all, nothing else. Rest everything is default.
Oh,
Clear, right?
okay, okay.
So that's all.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the map, in the after the next like normalize
Oh, again,
field.
voice is low. I think you need to come closer to the mic.
So in the next field, if we have this field mapping, right? In that we mapped
Okay.
the
In field
pivot to
mapping, right?
C1.
Okay. Map C1 to pivot. Just drag and drop.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Done, guys, all. And then
Yes.
click on restore, configure the target connection properties. Yeah. Maximize this. Go to target and select target connection, target file connection. Yeah. Specify output file which is normalizer target. Yeah. Yeah. So normalizer target. Yeah. Say okay. Yeah. That's it. Restore it. Now supply the mapping name which is mapping underscore normalizer. Yeah. So that's it and save it. I hope all done, right? Yes or no, guys?
Normalizer.
Yes. Now we can just click on run. See, we need to select the right agent. So let's say I'm selecting 666 followed by name of the agent. Click on run. That's it. Yeah. So let us watch what happens.
On the agent wise, do we have any limitation on the Informatica
Yes,
cloud?
please. Your voice is very low. Huh? What happened?
I don't know. My volume from my side is full
I can't
on
hear
the
at all.
mic.
And
Others could able
Narsingh
to
sir,
hear him. Huh?
yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear Pawan's
Yeah. Now
voice,
it
sir.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so I was asking like, do we have any limitations on
Limitations on?
agent for executing this transformations on
No.
infrastructure?
Limitation. See, for learning purpose, no limit. Because
Uh-huh.
but there is a limit in the sense per day this many rows only we can execute, and this many jobs only we can execute. Yeah.
Okay.
That limitation we have it. But in reality, we will be using commercial version, right? So in that case, there won't be any limitation, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Because we'll not process large data, right, for learning purpose. Yeah. But in real projects, we process large data. So that's where we go with what commercial edition of ISCS, right?
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Fine. Now let us try to refresh this. Yeah. So we got 5 rows. Let us see what is the input and what is the output. See, we got normalizer target, right? So we got all the 5 rows only. Input also, I think there are 5 rows. 6 1 empty row. Yeah. So input also we got only 5 rows. Output is equal to input, guys. There is no change. Normalizer target, right? So we'll place next to each other. Can you see here? Only column 1 data we got it. See, if you go with one column, right? So output is equal to input, because if even if pivot also you cannot pivot. Pivot means if you have more than one column, that need to be converted to rows, right? Then only we can see difference in row count. Yeah. Now this is clear, right? Now we'll change occurs from what 1 to 2, so that you will understand. So it will become what 10. Let us see that. Go to mapping workspace and then go to normalizer transformation. So then normalize fields. Can you see here there is occurs. Here you can specify, let's say 2. 2 means we are going to pivot 2 columns. That's what it means. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. See, now we got extra 2 output ports. One to get unique value, which is generate key. Other to get occurs value, because for every row you'll have what, let's say 2 columns we are pivoting, right? So for every row, first row occurs value 1, second row occurs value 2. So that will be stored as part of this particular GCID pivot output port. Yeah. Clear, guys? Once you change the occurs, right, automatically you will get what, 2 predefined output ports. Yeah. Now go to field mapping. Can you see there's one more extra pivot has come in? So map C1 C2 to what, pivot to C1 to pivot 1. So we are pivoting C1 C2. So which means we are pivoting 1 C1 C2, these two. So 1, next row 2, next row 4, then 5. Likewise it will go on. You'll get 2 into 5, 10 rows you'll get to see. Let us see. So rest everything is same. There is no change. So clear, guys, to everyone, the effect of occurs. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Nasim sir.
Sorry.
Hello.
Occurs. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Teja having issues in lab. Can I check with him?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Hi Teja. Are you there?
Yeah,
Yeah. Please share your
yeah,
system, Teja.
Malesh.
Yeah. Please share your screen now.
Yeah.
Oh, Malesh. Teja, can you please share your desktop? I think it's unable to connect to this workspace. Huh?
I think you are
Yeah.
using different URL. Can you close that tab?
I will use this one. I'm taking this one.
No, no, no. Which I shared the. You copy the URL which I shared that link. 17th yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Close the tab and open new incognito window. Close tab.
Without
Yeah.
incognito also it is working.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's working. Sometimes it will getting like error. If it is working, it's good.
Yesterday it was working. That's why I was using normal.
I think you missed to copy the URL. That's the reason today's workspace is not scheduled.
Yeah, it's now working fine.
Thank you.
So I missed the URL. Thank you, Manish.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, Teja.
Okay, fine. So I'll take the controller. Okay. So now we changed this occurs, right? So let's make it full screen. So we change the occurs from 1 to 2, right? So now let us save and run this mapping. Yeah. So which means occurs 2 means we are going to pivot 2 columns. In this case, we are trying to pivot C1 and C2.
Right.
Yeah. So it works like a matrix, guys, in mathematics. It's like what? 5 rows into 2 occurs. 5 into 2, 10. 10 rows you'll get to see as a result of this pivoting. Yeah. Fine, see, 5 into 2, we got 10, right? So now let us look at the result in the target. See here we got 10 rows. And how the pivoting has taken place, let us see that. Yeah, can you see, guys? First column 1, second column value 2, right? 1, 2. That 2 will be sent to what? Second row. See here, 2 is part of second row. Clear, no? Similarly, second row, first column data 4, 4, then second column data 5. See, after 4, column got converted to row, which is 5. Likewise, it will be repeated for all the rows. Clear, guys? Columns rows is clear. Yes or no? Now, other output ports, right, which is GK, which is generated key, which is unique ID or surrogate key or sequence ID. There are synonyms. Why we need that? After pivoting, right, we need to identify uniqueness of each record. That is where we use this particular GK, which is generated key. And now values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because there are 10 rows, right? And every row will be identified by using what? Unique value. Clear? And third, GCID, generate column identifier. What it does, it works for occurs. For example, 2 columns we are what you call transposing, which is pivoting, right? First row data 1, second column, second row 2, over, which is one row got over here. Then second row starts. See, second row
హలో
first occurs. Yes, please.
వెళ్ళిపోయారా?
Guys, please go on and mute off.
ఎక్కడ వదిలి
Yeah. So, which means we are trying to what you call perform pivoting here, which is let's say occurs to third row starts here 1 and second column 2 and so on. So this is what happens as part of normalizer. I hope it is clear, right, to everyone? Yes or no? Nice. Yeah. Guys, you need to respond, or else how do I know whether you are following or not?
Yeah, we can clear.
Yeah. So that's it. So likewise, you can think of many examples that you guys can take some exercises like try with occurs 3 and see whether you could able to get expected result. You should get what 5 into 3, 15 rows should come. You can try that. If you don't get the result, I'll show it in tomorrow's session. Fine. So let us come out from this transformation, guys. Yeah. Now let's move on to one more important transformation, which is what expression transformation. Yeah. So remember, guys. So in expression transformation, what we do, we perform mathematical operations. Yes or no? I repeat. In expression transformation, we perform any calculations, and those calculations could be based on either string or numeric, broadly speaking, right? So within a string, we can have string based functions like we have concat, we got a substring, and so on, length, split, or whatever, and replace string, whatever, right? We got multiple functions. Similarly, in numeric, we got mathematical functions. In that, we can see like absolute or seal, round, and so on, right? And then we have data conversion functions. Yeah? So data conversion means we can convert one type to other type, like string to integer. So which means str to integer, or integer to string, or whatever, or date to string, string to date, such things we do. Then we have what you call special functions like variables or some special functions, decode, IIF, whatever, right? Then we have what you call string mathematical, we covered already, date based functions. So there are some date based functions like add date, add months, extract date from year, uh, get part of the date, such things we get to see as part of date based functions, and so on, right? So categorically we can see multiple functions in expression transformation. So we can use one or more of those functions in order to build any formula. Yeah? So let us try to understand at least one or two functions in each of those categories. Then we will come out from that expression transformation. Clear, guys, to everyone? I hope all of you could able to hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Now let us try to build any mapping. Select new and say mappings. Click on create. Yeah. So now let us let us get this expression transformation. Scroll down, take expression, drag and drop it onto this link. Yeah. Yeah. Done, guys, all? Yeah, I think it's done, right? All. Pavan, Prasad, Gopi, all. Right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Now let us configure source. So it's similar to earlier, guys. Let us quickly do that. So let us try to perform string based operations like a concat, substring length, whatever. Yeah. So input types are strings only, right? Though we have numeric data is fine. Yeah. Now we can go to expression transformation. We got three fields with string type, right? Now click on expression. Now can you see on the right top there is a plus button here. Click on that, which means we are going to build some function, or we are going to use some create one output port, example concat result. So we are going to perform concatenation, which means combine the data from more than one column, like concat column 1 and column 2, right? So let us try doing that. Say okay. That's it. Yeah. Then click on configure, and here we need to go to what? Built-in functions, guys, all of it. So built-in functions. So within that we can see what? See n number of string-based functions like ASCII, choose, character, character code, concat, and so on. Let us try to use concat here. So we can supply, let's say, one static value, let's say ABC space, then one dynamic value, which is let's say C2. C2 data we are getting it from the source, which is flat file, and this one is static. Yeah? You'll have ABC followed by C2 values. That's it. Yeah? And validate. See, there is a problem here, invalid token, right? So we need to use single quote. Yeah? Yeah. Now let us try to validate. That's it. So make sure that expression is valid, guys. And in the bottom left, right, we can see one syntax, second, like what this particular function does. This is there for every function. Yeah? Say okay. Huh? Yeah, that's it. Now let us try to configure target. So this is same as earlier. So select target per connection and specify target file name. Let's say this is expression, right? I'll just put expression target dot txt. Yeah. After that, we'll talk about web service transformation, hierarchy builder, hierarchy parser. So they are also important transformations, guys. Now say okay. So that's it. Now specify mapping name. So mapping underscore expression, yeah, and save it. Okay, done, guys. All Pavan, Gopi, Prasad, all.
Yes.
Okay, now let us run this.
Seema, just a question here. So in Power Center, we could actually map field to field, right? So here, if we don't
Yes.
want other fields and we only want this concat field in a target, how can we do that?
We need to use existing target. By next example, I'll show that. Yeah.
Okay,
See,
sure.
we have used generate for new at runtime, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
As part of target. Instead of that, we need to select existing radio button, right? Then
Yes.
map whatever fields that you wanted. I'll show that. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
So now let us try to refresh it. We got all the rows, right? Now let us look at concat result. Yeah. So can you see here concat result? ABC is hard coded value, right? 258. This is from C2. See here. That's it. This is how what you call we can perform concatenation. So source data plus concatenate data. So that's it, guys. I hope you all have got the same result, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now let us move on to what? How do we perform calculating length of a string? Yeah. So to do that, go to mapping. So then maximize it. Add one more. Yeah. Can you see here? Click on plus. See, for every function, right? We can use what? Separate output port. Here we are trying to calculate length of a given string, given input string. Yeah. That string could be obtained from the source, or it could be based on what combination of multiple strings. It could be anything. Yeah. And save okay. Yeah. Yeah. Click on configure and select built-in functions, expand string, search for length. See, there is a length here. So click on it. So here, let us apply concat. Concat, we'll try to mix more than one function. Concat C1 comma C2. So which means we are concatenating C1 C2 column and then calculating length. So you will get two for the first row, then followed by other rows. Clear, guys? We are extending here on top of first function, right? We are trying to calculate, or else directly we can say length C1. Instead of that, let's also understand how to combine. And other functions are straightforward, guys, like index of, you get index value, unit capital, every string, it will start with what capital character or letter, in string to calculate in value for a given input string, see whether we got expected values or not. Lowercase means converting uppercase characters to lowercase character. Then LPAD means applying padding character to protect the data. LTrim, if you have any spaces on the left side, right, they'll be removed. Replace a character, we can supply a string. Within that, we can have what we call one character. Wherever we have got multiple characters in a given string, right, they all will be replaced with what? With a specified character. Similarly for string, this is for one character, this is for set of characters. Reversing a given input string, rpad again right side applying padding character, then rtrim remove all spaces on the right side. Substring means extract part of a given input string is what we call substring. Uppercase is straightforward, converting lowercase character to uppercase. Yeah, fine. I think we validated already. Say okay and save it. Yeah. So now let us run it. Yeah, let us refresh this. See, it is successful. Now let us see the result. We should get numeric value. Let us see 2. 1, 2 after concatenation. 1, 2, right? 2 characters. 4, 5, 2 characters. 7, 8, 2 characters. 1, 2, 2. 3 characters. Here 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. 6 digits, right? So 6 characters. That's it, guys. So we are concatenating and calculating length. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Like how one can perform calculation of a length based on the result of concatenation. Yeah. Now let us perform bit complex function, which is a replace, which means we take input string and calculate occurrences and replace all occurrences with a replaced value. Let us see how do you do that, right? So click on expression and click on plus. So new field is what? Replace character, right? Say okay. And click on configure. Yeah, now let us select built-in functions, expand string. Here you can see what? Replace character. Yeah. So flag means case sensitive or not. Yeah. Which means we want to consider case while searching. Yeah. So input, let us say I'll just put static value. Let's say A, B, C, A. A two occurrences, right? And it is search value, let's say A. Yeah. So we are going to search for A in a given input string. And then last one is for replaced value. See, you can clearly see here in manual, right? flag which indicates a case sensitive or not. We gave 1 which means true. Consider case which means lowercase means we expect lowercase only. Uppercase means it should be uppercase. That's what it means. Then it scans string 1. Scans means what? It's an input string. Then string 2 which is search for character, which character. And then last one is what? Replace character, which is last one, replace with a specified character. That's it, that's what we did. Now we need to specify here. Let's say I'll put here some capital A, right? That's it. So which means we are trying to replace this A, two occurrences, right, with capital A. So this is how we need to understand the signature of this method and understand the function like what it does, then apply or supply the input values. That's it. Yeah. Clear, guys?
Yeah. So we are just replacing the small a to capital, right? This concept.
I hope it is clear, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, yeah. Am I audible?
Fine. Say yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions? No, right? Say okay. That's it. Now let us save and run. Yeah, and run it. And go to my jobs. Yeah. Try to refresh this. It's completed. Now let us see the result. We should get capital A for first and last character. Yeah. Can you see here? Capital A first character got replaced and last character also got replaced. Rest, there is no match. That is why they won't get replaced. I hope the concept is clear, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Guys, guys, is it working to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So now let's go to the next. I think string based function is fine, right? So probably last example we'll try substring. Then we'll come out from this string. Yeah? Substring means extract part of a given input string. Yes or no? Yeah? So let us maximize this. Add. Yeah? So let us say sub str result. Yeah? Then configure same procedure. So we need to go to built-in functions, expand string, then select what sub str. Yeah? See, this is the input string. So I'll just put here, let's say A, B, C, D, static value, then start position 1, a number of characters, let's extract 2 characters. So we should get A, B, whatever, right? So which means we can clearly see here, returns n characters of a string beginning with character M. M is second argument, which is start position. N means numeric value, which is length, like how many characters that you want to extract. And the first one is the input string. So here we give what? Static value. Just to understand clearly, right? And validate. Yeah. Oh, stuck. Now click on validate. See, expression is valid. That's it. Yeah. So now say okay. Hey, what happened? Hmm. Okay. Say okay. So save and run. Yeah. And run. Yeah. Yeah. So let's try to refresh. Yeah. So now let us see the yeah. Guys, you can hear me, right? Yes. So now let's look at the result in the target. Yeah. What happened? Yeah. Can you see get substring result? First two characters we got it. That's it. So this way we could able to perform extracting part of a given input data by using substring function. Done all guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now let us start getting into what other category like date based functions. Yeah. First let us try to get date either from the source or from the current date. Next we'll try to get part of the date like get month or day or year. Then we'll try to what perform converting date to a string or whatever. So that first we can extract date, then extract part of the date, then convert. After conversion, we can perform string based operations. Let us see. The first one, as part of date, try to get the system date. Yeah. So click on create. Yeah, so we have a date source here. No, I think we'll use yeah, old expression only. Let's modify here itself. Yeah. Click on plus, add, let us say, get system date. Fine. So we have pre-built macros, or we can also use pre-built functions. Yeah. So one of them can be used in order to get the date or get the current date. Yeah. Say OK. Now click on configure. Go to functions. See here there is a date based category. So we got add to date, date comparison, yeah, and we have date difference in date, part of the date, last day of the month or whatever, or make date time round date value, set date part with a format specified, set timestamp, system timestamp, which means system timestamp getting that, two character convert date to a string, truncate date. Yeah? These are multiple functions, and if you want to get the date, there is another way, which is what system variables. Can you see here? There is a sys date. Yeah? Please use this sys date. So select system variables over here. Yeah. Then validate. See, we got the type mismatch column, which means output type should be date time instead of string. So we need to change that type. Yeah. So how do you do it? Click on get date string. Here the type is there, right? Here we need to select date time. So please select that. Done, guys. That's it. Say OK. So now we can just save and run. Yeah. So let us run it. Yeah. So refresh this. So we got all the rows. Let's see the result. Yeah, can you see guys, we got system date, right? Last output port get dates is we give, right? This is a today's date, 18th January 2024, and time 3:11:30, right? That's it. Yeah. It's a system date, whatever system date is there, no? And time. Not because the 10 minutes, I think, or 8 minutes is bit behind. Yeah. So fine, that's okay. We got it anyway, right? Now the next question, how to extract part of a given input date, which means get either month or day or year, right? So go to mapping workspace, yeah, then select expression transformation, right? So go to expression, add, yeah. So here we can specify, yeah, we can specify extract month from date, right? Type let us say string, yeah. Please apply this. Yeah, say okay. Now click on configure. So here same, select built-in functions, date category, right? So here you can see get date part. Yeah. So in date, I think we have used macro, right? Sys date. So please apply that, and format we can specify here. Let's say get date part, right? Let's say we are going to get month from that date. That's it. Yeah. We can clearly see here return value of a part of a date. Remember that this format is for which part you want. Is it a month, day, or year? Right? And first one is what? Date. That we have already given, sys date. Yeah. Yeah. So and then say okay. I think it's done, right? All? Yes or no? Guys?
Yes.
Yes, right? Yeah. Oh. Now let us run it. Yeah. Yeah. So now let us try to refresh. Yes, we got the count. Now let us see the result. We should get month, right? See, we got one. This is January, right? That's it. So this way we can extract part of a given input date, right? The others probably extracting day or year, right? That you guys can try it out. Fine. That's it. Now let us try to focus on conversion, like how to convert date to a string. And once we convert, right, can we apply string based operations after conversion? Answer should be yes. If yes, how do we do that? So that's what we are going to see now. Yeah. So let's go to mapping expression. Maximize it. Click on plus. Yeah, one conversion example, date to string. Yeah, date to string, guys. Say okay. Now click on configure. Yeah, go to built-in functions. Date, date to string, right? So I think there is one function here. Yes. To char. Can you see, guys? To char you can see here. So converts numeric expression to a character. Yeah. Can also convert date to a character. So we can use both this for both the reasons. Yeah. One numeric to character or date to character. So let us say we supply date, which is sysdate, and format. So we can specify whatever format that you want. Let's say dd YYYY. Fine. That's it, and validate. So we expect date value within a string, within double quotes, in this format. Let us see whether we are going to get that or not. Say okay. That's it. Yeah. Now let us see the string value in the target. Yeah, let us refresh that. See, we got all the rows. Sorry. Yeah. Can you see, guys? Last output port, right, which is date to string. See, we got it within double quote. So 18th January 2024, because the format we specified, right? MM, DD, YYYY. Yeah. I think you got the same result, right? Yes or no? Pavan, Gopi, Prasad, all.
Yes.
Okay, good. So now the question: can we use combination of conversion with string function or numeric function? Answer is yes. For example, now that we convert, right, date to a string. Once you convert, no, we need to perform string based operations after conversion. Let us see. Combination of conversion with a string. Yeah. So let's go to mapping expression. Combination we did, string we did, like concat length calculation, right? Now we are trying to use after conversion, right? So let us try to maximize this here and click on add. Yeah. So specify what let's say substring example, substring from date to string conversion, right? So which means we are going to combine result of this date to string conversion that will be taken as input to substring. That's what we are going to do now. So this is one of the major or kind of complex calculation that will be used in reality, guys. So whatever functions that will be used in real projects, right? I'm trying to cover those things. Rest of them, they are very simple. You guys can take it as exercise. Yeah. Say okay. So click on configure. So go to built-in functions. First, we'll start with what? To char, right? So now apply here. Let's say sysdate, then followed by the format mmddyy. Now we are going to apply substring. Sub str. This is string, right? Result. Then comma 1 comma 2, which means we are going to extract first two characters. Remember, that's it. See, we got error here. Why? Invalid function. Huh? Why? 1 2 1 2. One second. So this is two cats is state. It is done. This is done. Then substring. This is the result of string. Oh, what is substring function name? Sub is here, right? Or underscore is not there.
Without underscore. Yes.
Yeah, that's a problem. So we can just use it, right? Yeah. Now validate. Sub str. Okay. Fine. Let us remove this. Yes. Yeah. Fine. That's it. So our understanding is correct only. The function name was wrong. So we change it. See, we can see here substring. And what it does, I think we've already done independently, right? Yeah. So please try to use it, guys. Yeah. Say okay. That's it. Now let us save and run. Yeah, run. Yeah, yeah. Click on my jobs. Yeah, try to refresh this. So we got all the rows transferred. Now let us see our substring. See guys, last output port at 01, which is first two characters we extracted it. That's all guys. So with this we know how to combine multiple functions also. One string to string we did, and second we have done this after date to string conversion. Yeah? Now let us try to what you call perform one numeric function. Simple one will come out from that. That's very simple. Just to have a coverage on that, right? I'll we'll go with one function. Like we have got a seal function, round, floor, then we have got obsolete and so on. Yeah? Let us try to perform at least one in that. Yeah? Let us say seal result. Seal means if it is 11.5, you will get what? 12. Even if 11.1 also, you will get a result as what? 12. Remember. Yeah? So we know that, right? So let us use here integer. Yeah? Say okay. Sealed result. So please apply guys. Name of the output port, then the type. So we expect type as what? Integer, right? After seal. Say okay. Now click on configure. Select built-in functions. So we need to use what? Numeric functions, right? So you can also use absolute. Let's say we are talking about seal. Yeah? And seal, let's say I'll type here 12.3. Round if you go, no, you'll get a 12. Seal, you'll get upper value, which is 13. Yeah. Because input you don't have floating values, right? That's we are testing with hard coded value. Yeah. Yeah. So now we can save and run. Okay. I think let's come out from this, guys. So let's focus on other complex transformations, like a web services transformation. I think by now you guys would have got clarity, right? Like how we can make use of expression transformation, right? Yeah. So let us try to refresh this. Yeah, we got 5 rows. Yeah, so in target we should get corresponding seal value. Yeah. Last output port, right, which is, yeah, 13. That's what we expected, right? But if we use round, no, you will get lower part of it, which is below dot 5, which is a decimal point, right? You get lower value, which is 12 in this case. Yeah. So that's it, guys, about one of the mathematical function. Other function very straightforward, floor opposite to this round we talked about just now. Yeah, and so on. So now let us talk about other transformation, which is going to be what web services transformation, right? See, so far what we discussed was, there is one question, right? Target, how to have, or if you want to have only the specific columns in the target, how do you take care, right? So let me just cover it here itself. So let us say we are going to add our own target, right? So drag and drop and add, connect to that, connection to that. Now within this, let us try to configure the target properties here. So we need to select existing file. So that's what I was trying to answer theoretically, right? Can you see, madam? This option we need to select. Now target column could be, let us say, some column, some target file actually. Yeah. So that's it. Now target file would contain some columns, right? Yes or no? So now there are columns in the target. There are some columns in the expression which can be mapped. Whatever is needed, we can just get it mapped. So yeah, now we got expression transformation, and here if you look at this particular target, right, see, you look at here, you will see all the fields that we have from expression transformation. Yes or no? Yeah. And if you don't want some things, right, you can just take it out. Yeah. So target fields all. Field mapping. Can you see here? This is where we need to map. For example, let's say you want only C1, concat only. Rest, let's say we don't want it. That's all. Just map. That's what you wanted, right? Just map and save it. Yeah. And run. Yeah. Now we got, right? If you have existing target columns, right, then whatever is required, we can just get it mapped. Yeah. Yes. See, 5 plus plus 10 rows, right? Two targets, no? Now, what was, you can see here, date modified. Yes, filter is there. Yeah. See, we got only concat result, right? Yes or no? This answered a question, madam. You got, right?
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I think
And
last
this
second
method we
time.
can follow for all transformations, right, Nasima?
Exactly. You are right.
Okay.
Fine. So now let us try to get into what? Another transformation, which is web services transformation. Remember, guys, as the name suggests, web services, in the sense web, which is what, global, available space, right? Where we can talk to this global form in the form of URL, in the form of WSDL, in the form of address, whatever. Now the question, can we read data from web and start getting it processed by using what? Informatica Cloud. Answer is yes. Yes, because there is a web services transformation through which we could able to accomplish that particular activity. Remember guys, now let us try performing that. Yeah? First thing, now I need to concentrate guys. See, in order to configure web services transformation, first thing we need to build a schema which we call hierarchical schema. And this particular hierarchical schema would be built. Hierarchical schema means structure. This structure or business services you can say, or business services definition. Remember, as we all know that if you want to process data, we have to have metadata. What is the metadata for web services transformation? Business service definition. And how do you create a business service definition? Based on the web. Web provides what? WSL form, URL form, XML form, or JSON form, whatever, right? There are multiple forms through which we could able to avail web-based data. Yes or no? Now the question, let us say in the web we have got what some freely available services. Remember guys, there are many portal applications where they expose their functionality outside. Some are free, some are commercial. Now let us try to make use of freely available service and see whether it could be able to interact from Informatica cloud or not. Yeah? So let us say we are going to make use of Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion web service. Right? Yeah. So let us click on it. See, there's a first link, right? Temp convert web service. You guys also can type, guys. Open a new tab in the browser and supply Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion web service. Yeah. This is one of the freely available service that can be taken as input within web service and see for a given Celsius value whether we could able to obtain the corresponding Fahrenheit value or not, and vice versa. If you supply Fahrenheit, you could also get to see Celsius value because we all know the formula, right? So C by 9 is equal to F minus 32 by 5, whatever, right? You know that formula. Yeah. So let us certify that. Once you make use of this particular web service, if you supply some input, we should get what? Expected result. If we get it, it's okay. If not, we'll try to see cause of the why we are not got the expected result. Right? Now click on the first link. So where we can see this particular two services. Can you see guys? Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius. So we have got two operations supported in this particular web service. Now let us try to click on one of them. Yeah. So can you see guys, here you can see this guy supports one SOAP based protocol and second SOAP with different versions, and second it also supports what? HTTP. Right? So that's it. Now the question, we also know that Informatica Cloud also supports what? Two protocols, SOAP as well as HTTP. I think we talked about it, right? When we talked about architecture. Yes or no? Yeah. Now the question, let us try to supply after question mark, right? We can supply WSDL. Why? Web Services Definition Language. Because as I said earlier, if we want to process any data, we have to have metadata. What is the metadata in the context of web? One, XSD, which is XML schema definition, or WSDL, which is Web Services Definition Language. Yeah, and hit enter. Yeah. Now can you see guys? So this is going to be the WSDL file where we can see the request and response operations or methods. See, can you see here? This is one of the element which is Fahrenheit to Celsius, and then based on what response, this is going to be the one of the operation. This is opposite Celsius to Fahrenheit and corresponding response. That's it. Which means we can supply what I call Fahrenheit as an input, then you will get what Celsius as a result. And here also we supply Celsius as input, we expect what Fahrenheit as a result. That's it. Same thing will be repeated in the bottom also for what for based on other protocols. Yeah? So one we discussed, same thing will be repeated in the bottom. So this is syntax of WSDL file, guys. Yeah. So we talked about the types, WSDL types. So messages, operations can be seen in the bottom for both SOAP-based protocol and HTTP protocol. That's it. Yeah. Now, let us try to make use of this particular WSDL file in order to build business services definition offered by Informatica Cloud. Right now, let's get into Informatica Cloud Data Integration, where click on New Components. Remember, guys, components is one type of asset. You can see, right? One type of asset which is going to help us to build prerequisites. Prerequisites could be structure, or it could be even common functionality like SQL saved query, whatever. Yeah. So in simple terms, we build prerequisites or common functionality that can be used by relevant transformations. For example, business services will be used for what? Web service transformation. That's it. Yeah? So please select business services component. Yeah, done, guys. And click on create. Yeah, business service based on what I'll just put C to F or F to C, both Celsius to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yeah. Yeah. So now connection. So we don't have any connection, right? We have to build it from the scratch. For that, click on new button and connection name. Let's say web service underscore test. Yeah. So you can supply here web service connection. Yeah. And type select what WS consumer. Yeah. So we can also use a REST protocol. I'll talk about them later. Yeah. It's a representation state transfer. So we can also talk to web-based applications by using what REST protocol also. Yeah. So please select.
Narasimha,
Yes, please.
in Thai, this only one option I'm getting.
Which one? Where?
This WS consumer only.
Yeah, that's fine. Please select that. Yeah. Because I've installed this REST connector also. If you install,
Okay.
no, you'll get it. Yeah. That is fine. It's optional now. Yeah. So now select runtime environment, which is first one. Then authentication, please select other authentication because we are not using any username token or any third-party authentication. So we are using what? Free. In a sense, we don't need to supply any credentials to talk to this particular third-party web service. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So now let us apply the link. So WHL URL, right? So please go to browser and copy this link, complete link, and then paste it here, which is WHL URL and also endpoint URL. Both are same. Yeah. So please try to copy and paste it here. So which means we are trying to get WSDL through which we are going to talk to third party web functionality, which is conversion functionality. Done guys all? And then say okay. See, now the connection got created successfully. Thereafter, see whether we could able to pull the operations supported by third party portal application. So that is going to be the next step. For that, click on select operation. Yeah. Yeah. Click on select. Now we can select here Fahrenheit to Celsius. So we are going to supply Fahrenheit value as input, get the Celsius value. Yeah. Right. Let us start with that. Select. That's the first operation, right? So I can put here F2C. Yeah. Say okay. Get one more also, which is second Celsius to Fahrenheit. Yeah. Yeah. Click on select. Say let's see, can put here C to here. Say okay. That's it. So now we got both the operations. Got guys? I hope we could able to extract two methods or two operations supported as part of WSDL file. Yes or no? So this is the first operation, Celsius to Fahrenheit, and then you will have one more, Fahrenheit to Celsius. So we need to look at write protocol method. So this one, other one is this. Yeah. These are the operations that we needed, right? Yes or no? So we supply HTTP in, we expect what? HTTP post. Yeah. That's it. So that's what happens, right? In any programming language, especially Java, right? We got a servlet programming, right? Where we send by using HTTP request, we get it by using HTTP response, like a simple get and put. Now save it. I think all done, right, so far? Yes or no, guys? Guys, you need to confirm. This is one of the very important function, guys. Transformation,
Y-
guys. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So are we not configuring anything after this?
No, these are just optional part. You know,
Okay.
if you want it, you can configure because major scope here is what? How to get the response for a given input. This configuration we can also do it as part of web services transformation. Fine. This is optional here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it, guys, about business services definition. Now you can just close this. Yeah. So this is ready. Now let us try to build what new mapping. Yeah. I think we're all ready, right? So click on new. So go to mappings and click on create. Yes, so let us try to bring web services transformation, right? Yes, clear, guys? Yeah, now configure this, maximize, and go to web service transformation, web service property. Can you see here? So prerequisite to configure this transformation is what? Business service definition should have been created. That is why we have done that first, and then we got into web services transformation, right? Now click on select, go to that location where we have got this business service definition, dev, extract. Can you see here? This is what we built it, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, please select it. Say okay. Make sure the status is valid anyway. Say select. Now we need to get one of the operation. Can you see both we configured, right? So we can say here Celsius to Fahrenheit. Yes. Now we can go to request mapping. Can you see nothing is there in incoming fields, right? So we should get that. Yeah. So now to get that, we need to configure the source. Yeah. Let us try to configure the source. Yeah. Source we can take any file also. See, in file we have some values, right? C1, C2, C3 values. So that is, let's say, Celsius values or Fahrenheit values. So that will be taken as input to this. Yeah. So let us use one of the file. So source file connection. So click on select. Select seq1.txt. Yeah. And then say okay. Yeah, you can see, right, three columns here. Yeah, restore this. Now go to web services transformation. Now we got incoming fields, right? We should get it because we configured source. See, we got incoming fields. I think so far we're all in same page, right? Pavan, Gopi, all. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
fine. Now go to web service property. This is fine. Go to request mapping. See, we got source columns. Now we can expand on the right side. Yeah. So this guy is expecting what? Celsius value. Let's we map C12 Celsius. So please map, guys. Oh, what happened? Disconnected, huh? Oh my god. Let us try to refresh it.
My video also got disconnected.
Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, now please refresh it. It has come up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now let us try to map C12 Celsius. See, from source, which is a object, which is transformation, you can say, from that C1 column we are trying to get it. Yeah. Others it's optional. If you want, we can supply header. Unless by default it's going to dump empty. No, that's fine. This is misleading, no? Red. No? Now, once it is done, the next step is what? You could also configure the response mapping where we expect the result based on this particular conversion function. Yeah? To get there, what has to be done here? So please click on envelope, which is a root element, and select map all descendants, guys. Yeah? Remember, if you take any hierarchical data, right, the traversal would take place from top to bottom, like a folder structure, right? Yeah. So here also we got envelope, which is going to be the root element. I think I talked about that when we talked about access layer within Informatica information management life cycle. Yes or no? Now select map all descendants. Descendants means all the elements in the down of this particular root element, or we can say all the childrens of envelope. If you try to expand this particular what you call all the sub elements, right, we could able to see corresponding response method. Now all of them have been transferred to output fields. These output fields can be taken as input to what? A target. That's what we are going to see once you complete this particular portion properly, right? So if anybody has got any questions in this particular, like how we could able to select all the descendants and get it mapped to what output fields. We don't need to map it explicitly to output fields. It itself is going to come when you try to select here, map all descendants, right? Clear, guys?
Narasimha, as a cardinality, it mentioned right, 1:1, 1:1, 0:1. So is
Yes.
that something like joins or?
The 1:1 means there's one root element, one sub, one child. That's what it means. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
thank
parent
you.
to child relationship. Fine.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Exactly. For example, one parent can have n number of children. Yeah. In that case, one to many, right? But we have got in this case only one. That's a one to one, right? Fine. Now on the right side, we could able to see there are two groups. One, we capture normal output, which is envelope group, And second, we capture faults, which means if you have any errors, right, those things will be captured within what? Fault group. Remember, which means we can have two targets. One, to capture normal stream output. Second, to capture faults. Remember that. Clear, guys? Now click on output fields. See, you could able to see two groups and corresponding ports in it. Yeah. Now, the next step, we need to configure target and get this output ports from web services transformation. Yeah. So let us configure target, guys. Yeah. Select connection, which is target file connection. So click on select. Now we can select create new at runtime. So here let us say we are capturing what web services result, right? .txt. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. This is a straightforward. We all know that. Right? Now, so by default, you will get all the fields because we are using new file, right? Now, next step, we need to map it from web service to what? Target. Can you see here? This is how we need to map. Now, there are two groups here. So we can select one group here because here we are capturing what? Good data, which is conversion result, right? So now we can also add another target, yeah, the second one where we can just connect output of web service to what?
Narasimha,
Yes, please.
can you repeat again
Okay. So
from the after the linking before just linking the target?
okay. So this target is configured, right?
No, no, no. I can you delete it and can you show it again?
Fine. Let me delete this. Fine. I'll delete this also. Done, right? So now let us get the target. Yeah. Clear, right? Now configure target properties. Select target and configure here. So here you can select a target file connection, then specify target file name. So let us say web service underscore result.txt. Yes or no, guys? So that's it. Yeah. So please apply this. Yeah, that is done, right? Properties part now done. Now map it from web services to what? Target. So while doing that, you will get to see what? Two groups here. So please select one of them. Yeah, done, right? Yes or no? Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, perfect. So now once it is done, right? Say OK. One is over. Similarly, if you want to capture faults, if something goes wrong, right? Then we can add one more target over here. Huh? So let us try to add one more target here. Yeah. Add it like what we did earlier. Yeah. Yeah. So let us configure the target properties. Yeah. Select target connection. So create new at runtime. So you can say false target. Yeah. Press false dot txt. That's it. Yeah. say okay. Just like a router filter we did, no? Adding multiple targets. Same thing we are trying to do here. Yeah? Now connect. Second, here we select what? Fault group. So please select that. Yeah? Say okay. So that's it, guys. Now mapping name is mapping underscore web service. Fine. That's it. And save it. After that we can just run. Yeah. Run it. Click on my jobs. No. So let it get executed, guys. So let us take a break. After we come back, no, we'll see the result. Yeah. 4:30. We'll meet at 4:30. Yeah. Fine.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah.